Hello and welcome to the Gamescast, and welcome back to another training sort of video with Reef.
Is it a training video?
Sort of. We're going to be looking more about charts in this one. How to read charts, which we've never seen before, and we're in a different country. Some of you more eagle-eyed viewers will know that this is Latin's VFR San Diego, of course meaning that we are at San Diego Airport. If Reef just wants to go to one of his easy dock views outside of the aircraft, you can see the airport. It's a really nice, well-modelled airport. Unfortunately, we've got no traffic on multiplayer. It's yeah, it would be nice with traffic, but hey, we haven't got much. This airport only has one runway. It's actually the busiest single runway airport in North America.
Oh.
So yeah, it holds the most traffic. I think it's something like 500 planes in it every day. 550 planes every day, I think, land here.
How many planes land at Gatwick? Just
I really wouldn't know.
I mean, I know Heathrow's the busiest.
17 million people flying in and out of Gatwick. No, Heathrow is probably the biggest. Of course, Gatwick only has one. Honestly,
Heathrow,
I wouldn't know.
Gatwick has two.
Gatwick only has one runway. It may have a small GA one.
No, it definitely has. It has one big one with two ILSs and a small one. That's why you have a left and right runway.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let me just search that up. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, but anyway, so today, we're gonna be learning about like charts and stuff.
Yes, we are.
The charts.
We're going to be learning about charts and how we can read them to our advantage.
So normally, for reference, when we're in the skies, me and Hamish use a program called Flight Sim Commander, which we've never actually recorded, or I haven't anyway. I don't know if Hamish.
I have done a video once where it showed a little bit of it, but we don't tend to.
We generally use that. It's basically like a sort of detailed GPS that we have on a second monitor.
Yeah.
So that we can see where the plane is in the sky, and therefore we know, without even using the DMEs and stuff, how far away we are, where wind is coming from, all of that kind of stuff. Normally, obviously, in a Cessna, for example, you wouldn't have anything like that. In a bigger plane, you use the GPS on that, obviously. But on a Cessna, it's a bit unfair because we don't normally, because we use GPS even though it doesn't actually have any.
Yeah. We've sorry to put in just to confirm. Gatwick actually carries about 38-ish million passengers every year. However, it climbed massively. It's been climbing so fast over the last few years. It's been climbing by about 7.5% each year, which is which is pretty incredible actually. In 2013, it carried 35 million passengers. Now it's at 38. This year, I'm sure will be even more.
Yeah. Well, we'll be 4 of those passengers.
Next week. 4. Yes, we will be. We will be.
Me,
I was like today. I was like, no, we'll be 2 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey.
But yeah, so we are actually going to America next week. For you guys that don't know, normal scheduling will continue, because we put out 1 video a week, but whatever. Well, I do it. I hate.
So one other slightly interesting fact is this airport, which only has one runway, carried 18.7 million passengers. So
that's about half.
That is about half. So it's about the same size as Gatwick, which is the second largest airport in the UK through numbers. Still one of the largest in Europe, 3rd or 4th, I think Gatwick ranks. But that's enough talk, because this fact really isn't part of the training video.
Anyway, yeah. So get back to what we're actually trying to learn. So
our plane is currently off. It's C&D, cold and dark.
Cold and dark, right?
We're going to look at our charts, Reef.
Right. Okay.
Now I'm not sure how you're going to record this. So
I'll do some editing and stuff.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to look at the very top page first of all. The first page, it says KSAP. That is where we are. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You can see obviously where we are at the moment. Country, United States
of America.
It has its coordinates. The type of fuel, 100 LL is general aviation fuel. Don't ask me what the LL stands for. I just know it is.
Yeah.
And Jet A is any jet fuel.
Right. Okay.
Pretty self-explanatory. Shoreham only has In fact, Showroom I think has 3. I think it has 100 LL and some other 2 other water types of fuel. Not 100% sure.
We have actually gone over that one in the past when we've done charts, because we have done charts from Showroom.
Yeah, we have done.
So if you guys are particularly interested, you can look that up in our older videos.
Yeah, so that will be in our first video, I think, probably.
Yeah, and for those of you that haven't seen our previous training videos, the charts that you see at the moment on your screen, probably if I edit it properly, what are they?
Navigraph charts.
Navigraph charts.
I've got a Navigraph subscription, and I've actually downloaded all of our charts via PDF, but and put them into like a folder. Yeah. But if you have a Navigraph subscription, you get access to all the charts. You can also, by all means, use it on the internet as well. Just type in the charts. But
and
it's so much easier.
These charts, or very similar ones anyway, are the ones that pilots will use in
precisely
aircraft.
Yeah, if I was to print this off and give it to a pilot, they'd use this one.
Yeah, obviously it does actually say on the bottom of all of these ones only for use in the simulator, because they might not be up to date and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. Now you'll notice a couple of things, and I'm going to point out exactly why this is in a minute. If you look at the runway takeoff length, they're exactly the same, correct?
Runway, which
09 and 27.
Landing length. Oh, and takeoff length. Yeah.
However, landing length is different by 4 meters. Now, although 4 meters is virtually nothing, I'll show you why it's different when we come to land.
Or something.
It's not because of that. It's actually because of a building. Now, you may recognise this from a video. There's actually a car park. Yeah, remember?
Is this the one where
this is the one with the car park. Now, of course, we're in a GA plane, so it takes about 500 meters to land.
No, hang on. Is this the one with the beach?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Oh.
I'll show you why. You may very well recognise it. There's a car park it's the most awkwardly placed car park in the world. But hey, now if you look at the aerodrome reef, not the aerodrome for the terminals, just the standard aerodrome.
Yeah, okay.
The aerodrome for the terminals actually shows you more.
What does aerodrome mean exactly?
The air around the airport. I'm guessing it's just like it's showing you a map of the airport. That's what you need to know about that. Precisely.
It also gives us information about frequencies and stuff to use for ground and tower and ATIS.
Yeah. Now we're actually roughly opposite Charlie 2. Not opposite Charlie 2. We're slightly more upwards than Charlie 2. Charlie 2, of course, is a
Charlie 2 is a
turn-off point.
You can
a turn-off point, not a taxiway. A taxiway is Charlie. The turn-off point is Charlie 2.
Oh right.
Or holding point.
The taxiway is Charlie. The holding point is Charlie 2. But we can actually see if out the window, Charlie 2 on that sign there. You can just about make it out. It says Charlie.
So that's
Charlie
where we are. Our
there.
location. Not that it's particularly important because we're not using ATC, but if we were, that's what we'd say. We are going to be using the ATIS. ATIS 134.8.
Okay.
Luckily, we have enough numbers in this one to actually be able to contact the ATIS.
I remember in
that's a really strange one.
We did a video where I can't remember if we kept the video or not, and if it went out or not. But we did a video in which we tried to do an ATIS.
And it was 136 decimals something, and the
ATIS only went up to 135.
Precisely, so that's a slightly strange one. I'm not sure.
Program it into the plane for some reason.
I really didn't know why that was.
Yeah.
So hey, there we go. This only has one ILS. The other one is a localizer. The localizer is a beacon, which we connect to. It's not an ILS though, but it's a,
it's a bit. It does.
It won't control our altitude, but it will control our heading. So hey.
Yeah. So it's a bit like a VO1.
Yeah. Now we're actually going to be landing runway 27, which is a runway without the ILS, but we are taking off on 0. Also taking off on 27 as well.
Are you still looking at the aerodrome here?
Yes, aerodrome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. Our taxi is going to be the shortest taxi ever seen.
Yeah, because we're just going over this stretch of land in front of us.
You can see there's 2 terminals. Those 2 terminals will hold your big jets, and we'll see that as we take
Terminal 1
off.
gates 1 to 19, and Terminal 2 gates 20 to 41.
Yeah, precisely. You'll see that as we take off to our left.
Yeah, obviously, but therefore bigger jets. We're in general aviation, which is just small planes.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You can see it says slope underneath it. This can be very important. There is no slope. It's a really flat airport.
Oh right, so if the runway had a hill, it was on a hill. Or
yeah,
something,
precisely.
And it had like an upward slope.
And that would be very important. Upwards is actually a lot harder than downwards, because upwards you're landing like into it. Whereas downwards, although it's not as good under braking and reverse thrust because you've got a bit more momentum, it is easier to land on. But upwards is the opposite. It's quite.
Momentum's wrong. I think friction was the word you were looking for there,
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Your momentum would be the same.
So the next bit is takeoff minima.
Take off what?
Minima. It's
Where's that?
Just underneath the aerodrome. Underneath the aerodrome bit.
Oh,
yeah?
No.
No, it gives you a ton of. It's just a bit roof.
Oh, that's still part of the aerodrome page, though, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I said. Now this gives you all sort of different minimum altitude type things. We're not really going to go into it because we're not following it. We're not in a commercial jet. It's we're going to take it a lot more casually than normal.
Okay. Yeah,
but if we were to, this would be the kind of safety checks we need to do to make sure that we can take off safely.
Right. Okay.
You can see again the. In fact, no, forget I've said that. That's complete rubbish. I was going to say something else, but it is not true. So underneath, if you go to ground, north and
north ramp and
cargo.
Yeah.
You can see a bit more of a detailed. You can see all the November ramps.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, that's north of the airport. You can see all the cargo ramps, and if we look in the sim again and we go outside, if we look to our left and upwards, we can actually see.
For some reason, my buttons aren't working for the Easy Dock, so I'm having to go out of it. Hang on. So where are we looking here?
If you look a bit more right, Ruth.
To our right.
That's left.
That's left, of course, yeah.
So right, a bit more right. That's kind of where we're looking at the moment, where you can see all the car parking and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You may also be able to see the tower. So if you can see the tower.
Tower. Where?
Quite far in the distance, off to our left. It's like a little. It's somewhere around.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
You can also see that on the charts as well. So that's actually where we are looking.
Oh yeah.
Comparison. So
is that TWR?
Yeah, we are relatively side on to the tower.
Yeah.
But
okay.
hey, that is TWR. Now again, all these they've got warnings for birds and stuff. It's right by the ocean, so birds is a big issue. Similar to Shoreham. Remember, the other day we almost hit a bird, which could have been a catastrophe.
I did see it. Yeah, you I remember you suddenly like squealing like a little girl. I was like, oh my god, and I was like, what are you talking about? Because I didn't see it.
But it was a bird, and birds, if you get a bird strike, especially in a Cessna, it could be disastrous. We're not really going to look at the other stuff because it's more to do with talking to ATC stuff we don't really need to do.
I see a load of SIDS, and then you got stars.
Yeah, we are not going to look at the SIDS. We may, however, no, we're not going to look at the SIDS or stars. We are going to look at the localizer for runway 27 though.
Yeah.
So, all looks confusing. You sort of know about charts. So,
right, what the fuck is this?
20, okay, right. Oh, I was on the wrong chart. That definitely never helps.
Right, okay. You on local runway 27?
Yeah, I was on I don't know what I was doing. I was being a bit of a cabbage actually.
Yeah, well, obviously I saw.
So localizer 27. There's an awful lot of different waypoints it's quite a mountainous area by the looks of it. I didn't think it
And
was
the little
that mountainous.
triangles, are they?
The little
mountains?
triangles tell you how high it is in meters.
Oh, right, okay. Well, they're more like hills, Hamish. I mean, what,
Yeah. Still.
200 is in.
Is it in meters? It might even be in feet, because that would be an extremely high if it was in meters. No, it probably is in meters, and actually, you can now see something I didn't realise. You can actually see we've got a massive hill, sort of just to our left, with a load of like little houses. So hey,
just to our left, Hamish. You sure?
To our left of the airport of the plane, there's like a hill.
A hill of what? 300. Oh, are you actually inside the sim?
Oh, it's actually inside the sim.
Oh, I see. Right, I'm going to look out the window then. To our left.
But it's actually about 389 meters high, or 516.
There is a hill, I guess. It's not really a mountain.
I just say hill. So it tells us the relevant safety procedures we are going to need to land. So at 13 nautical miles, we want to be at 4,000 feet. This is all on the left-hand side. Where it says DME IUBR. Don't ask me what IUBR means.
Okay, hang on. Where's that?
On the left-hand side of that chart, which is just... Are you looking at the right chart?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You're being a cabbage.
Local 27.
Click it. Right.
I did. I swear to God, I clicked.
I thought I clicked it. That's the bit we're looking at. So at the moment, you've been looking at the wrong page.
Where I clicked it. Was that the page you were looking at?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Maybe there is a slight bug with that. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely clicked local runway 20. I was wondering why it said. I wondered why I didn't say local on the.
Right.
So where are we looking then?
Okay. Right. Finally, now I'm on the right page. So you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, Reef, you can see it says DME, IUBR. On the left-hand side of the screen,
yeah. No, you were you actually pointed at my screen and then totally.
And that is from 13.1 nautical miles out.
Yeah, so it says at 13.1 nautical miles we're going to be at 4,000 feet.
Yeah, and then that is where we're going to be, and it is a slope of 3.1 degrees.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
We can't really Can we tell exactly what slope we're on?
Yeah, we can do. I'm gonna try and calculate it on the internet, just slightly off camera. Then I'll tell you what it becomes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's actually a slope of 3.14 degrees. They've rounded it down, but hey.
Okay.
We can see that our decision altitude, or our minimums, is at 1 in fact, it's a little bit less than 1 nautical mile. It's it's a bit less than 1 nautical mile.
What's this?
You can see just where the bit comes from almost landing to going upwards again.
Nope.
You should be able to. Just on this.
On the bit below.
Oh yeah.
On the map.
Yes, on the sideway view. That's our minimum altitude.
Okay, and then if you want to abort,
that's where.
What point can you do that at? What's the minimum you can?
I'm just having a look now, but it doesn't seem to say.
I mean, it's about 500. It's about 0.5 nautical miles.
Yeah.
Because you can see it with the measurement underneath it, the ruler bit. Yeah. But it's not. I can't tell exactly.
Can't tell exactly. This is actually an American map, so this is a little bit different to the UK ones. I've got to say I've never actually looked at other maps other than the UK. So hey, so that gives us a little bit of information for landing, which we are going to use for our for our procedure as we land.
So we can use the localizer to know when we're 13.1 nautical miles away.
Yeah.
And we know at that point we're going to be at 4,000 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. Now, only thing I want you to sort of know about Reef, if you go to the second to last page which says jar ops.
Jar ops landing minima. Yeah.
Now, we're not going to look at this page. It's extremely complicated.
Well, we are looking at this page.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, but you know what I mean. We're not going to talk about it. Only thing you need to know about that is jar ops. You may remember we use EU ops in Europe.
Oh right, yeah.
This obviously being different is jar ops, and that's just their operating procedure. So in this part of the world, they use jar ops.
Alright, so back in the UK, if you were to look at our older videos, you would see that we use procedures called EU ops. Did you say?
Yes. Yeah.
And over here, over in America, they use jar ops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And that is how that works.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Are we ready to get going then? No.
Yeah, we are ready to get going. There's another type of approach we can do, which is the RNAV one. I don't think we're not going to do that because we're not in a commercial jet, so we don't actually have RNAV.
So I don't know what you're talking about. So
RNAV is just a type of autopilot setting.
Right. Well, we don't really have much of an autopilot in here.
Yeah, exactly. I have a very basic one. That's enough talking about that.
Right.
Let's turn this aircraft on.
Right. Okay.
So I will start off. If you want, I'll start off by doing the master switches, Reef.
Okay, I can see you doing those. Okay, so everything's turned on.
Yeah. Is there fuel in? If you put the fuel in.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Fuel is now in.
Just gonna put my flaps up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Flaps are not up, by the way. They're down. They're halfway down.
Down. That's what I mean. I'm gonna put them down.
Oh, I thought you said up.
Yeah. No, sorry. I meant down. Then if you want to start it up, if everything is set, which it is, you don't want to run the battery flare.
Here we go. Oh,
good. You'll see all the dials sort of
flicker a bit.
Not flicker, but just get into the right position and stuff. Is it?
Yeah, I can see the
Actually, Golf 16 Zulu, as you can see on the plane.
Yeah, we are now Golf 16 Zulu.
We are going to turn on our landing lights, taxi lights, nav lights. We're going to turn on pilot heat, not the strobe lights, or the fuel pump. Doesn't need to be on. You should turn that on.
We said we wanted to get an ATIS, so I think I'll just set that on comms.
What is the ATIS number? So ATIS number for this reef is
134.8.
1348. Perfect.
134. Whoops. 13.
What was it?
No, it's just very odd the way this thing works.
Okay.
134. I have to go down to go up again. 134.8. Here we go. Okay, and set that as active. Okay, that's good. So I heard there that we need to have 20 miles of visibility to land at this airport. I think we've got that, to be honest.
20 miles?
Send 20. Visibility 20.
Yeah, the visibility is 20. That's a current visibility.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah.
It also said that our pressure has to be at 299.904.
Yeah.
Which it is at the moment.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's all good then. Wind's calm, so no problems with. We shouldn't have too much problems with wind.
So what I've done now, Reef, is you can see into the you can see on the DME. It actually says 1.4.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and
is that the localizer?
Yeah, I've connected to the localizer, and we're going to use that as some reference to how far away we are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can see I've already set the heading to west, which is 270 degrees.
Yeah.
So we are now pretty much ready to take off.
Okay, so I noticed from the ATIS that we're landing and taking off at runway 27.
Yeah, that's correct. This airport, you can only ever land and take off on one runway, because if you were to have, you could have head-on collisions, that kind of stuff.
You could have two planes landing
precisely,
at the same time.
And as well as for safety, it's for efficiency. So there we go. We're going to start
Okay.
taxiing to Charlie 2. If you just take a
Okay.
direct, straightforward taxi.
Direct, straightforward.
Yeah, so we're just going to taxi forwards and left.
Okay. Why straightforwards? Can I ask? I mean,
It's just the safest way. That's all. Yours taxi forwards or backwards. Not that
this
taxi
is
line.
the yellow line.
But hey, oh well.
That's the yellow line. So I thought that dotted line was the yellow line.
Also, if your sensitivity is now turned up, so hopefully it might be a little bit easier to
control the airplane.
to control rather than there being a long delay. We need to make sure we build enough speed so we don't end up crashing or something. I've got our
Are
trim.
we stopping here? Image at the holding point?
Yeah, we are. Sorry.
Okay.
Now
There we go.
let's just check our trim is on a decent.
Trim is fine. I think I can do
Take off trim is like so.
most of the.
Are you changing the trim?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not
good.
touching it. Is it best? Because is it best if I just control because I can't control trim. Are
Yeah.
we going? Are we going now?
Yeah, we can go as we're clear because there's no
Okay.
traffic or
Right.
anything. So
I can't control trim from my control stick, and you can. But is it best that I just control? I'll take off as I'm controlling most of it anyway.
yeah. So I will call out when you get to 40, 60 and try and take off about 80.
Okay. Well, just tell me when to. rotate
Make
it.
sure it's a decent rolling start.
Okay.
Okay. Ready and go.
Okie dokie. We'll just straighten us up and then switch to full throttle. Okay, here we go.
Slightly right.
Okay, tell me. Nice
40
long
knots.
runway. Obviously, this runway built for a lot bigger planes than this one.
60 knots. Uh, 80 knots. Flaps are down as
Down.
well and rotate.
I think the
Perfect.
Flaps.
Do you want me to set autopilot or
just put
not?
me into the air. Yeah, if you could. So we've got our autopilot set on heading, obviously.
Okay, let go of the
Our heading of
controls.
west. Obviously, we're taking off from runway 27.
That's perfect takeoff.
270 degrees, obviously being.
Take a look
west.
at scenery as well, Reef. It's really nice
And
around
we've
here.
set our autopilot to an altitude of 4,500, was it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Okay, it's good, good. I can see Terminal 1 down there. And
Yeah,
Terminal
2, 1
next
and
to
2 is, yeah.
it.
Actually, just going to take a quick screenshot because we can now update our thumbnail.
Very detailed. Oh, I think that's Terminal 2 here, actually, this brown one. That,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Really good
Oh.
scenery though. I love
Hey,
it.
is that the sea out there? What airport is that next to us?
I
on our
don't
left,
know.
on our left-hand side. When I was looking at the charts actually, I did notice that Mexico is just there, so that might be a Mexican airport. We are literally on the border. I don't know if you knew that.
Possibly
Although
military.
I'm not sure it's that.
Looks
close,
like
to be
military.
honest.
I've got to say, it does look like military.
Is that a military airport?
Yeah, I mean, there's no.
It wouldn't make sense being so close to like Mexico and stuff. I don't know, border patrol
Something
airport,
like that, yeah.
something like that.
You can see on the ground though. You can see lots of all the houses. It's all very American, isn't it? It's really rather
You mean
nice.
grid-like?
Yeah. You can see underneath us we have a
Yeah.
football stadium.
We have what?
A football stadium underneath us.
Where is that?
Underneath us, literally.
Oh right, well I
Can you
can't
see
see
it?
underneath that.
Go outside.
I prefer not to, because that would ruin the illusion. Left wing. Okay,
Look downwards and slightly back.
and slightly back.
Hopefully you
looking?
find it. It is. It is sort of out our back and then left. Let me see if I can do it for you.
There we go. I see it.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. Quite
Is
cool.
yours as low res as mine?
No, mate.
Because
no.
I've probably got my settings down because my computer isn't as good as Hamish's. So.
But oh no, it still looks decent enough, I suppose, for
Fair enough.
purposes of this.
Fair enough. Right, going back into the cockpit now. Right, okay, so what is it that we want to do then, Hamish? You said we were flying using the charts this time.
Yeah, I'd say what we want to do, the advantage of having a runway where it has precise takeoff and sort of, it has a degree of takeoff and landing which is either west, north, south or east.
What do you mean? Oh,
in other words, the runways are exactly
the runway
perfect.
Is exactly west, and we took off exactly west.
So what we can do now, if we fly about, I don't know, 330, if you want to set, about 35. I don't know, about 320. 320 heading.
Why do you want to do that?
So we can fly across the coast.
Okay. Yeah. 320.
So we just want to be flying across this lovely American coast. You can see we are currently 2.6 away from the VOR DME.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Perfect.
That has gone very badly wrong because that isn't 320.
Oh well. No, keep it roughly where we are now, Reef. That's good.
Okay, yeah.
Because we want to be flying across the coast.
Oh, right, I wasn't looking out the window. I have no idea where we are.
Oh, right. So
right,
a bit more right.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it seems
you can see Orbex, hopefully. If you look down, you can see all the waves. Can you see that?
I can see little waves, yeah. Although they are also in the rivers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. But that's all Orbex vector. It's like really
they're,
cool.
what mods would you call them?
No, I just call them add-ons.
Yeah. Well,
let's reduce our rate of ascent to about 500. Because at the moment we're climbing more heavily than we need to. In fact, no, let's put it even lower than that actually. About 300.
I didn't know. Is the DME set to the localizer at the airport?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're 3.1 nautical miles away.
Yeah, we are.
We need to be, for the glide slope to work, do we need to be 31 nautical miles out?
31? No, 13.
13, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
in west of the airport.
Yes, precisely.
How do we know when we're exact west of the airport?
Oh, we should have visual. I mean, visibility is 20 miles, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Clouds are meant to be scattered, which they are. Yeah, which they are.
Okay, fair enough. You can turn off the flaps, by the way.
Yes, you're right, actually. Well remembered. We can also, for this purpose, we're going to turn off our landing lights and taxi lights.
Yeah, should I do that, or are you?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, so
I'm actually going to turn the plane as well to north heading.
Should we put nav lights off as well, because we're not nav?
Yeah, sure.
We're not flying by FMC or anything like that.
No.
Are you changing the trim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trim? No. Heading.
How come the trim's changing?
Oh, it's automatically changing for
that
altitude.
the altitude?
Yeah,
right,
it is.
Yeah.
That's why that is changing.
It's the autopilot controlling that. I see.
So we're now north, what means we technically we are.
You changed the heading to north. So we should be going what, straight up?
Straight on sideways to the airport. Unfortunately, we can't actually see it.
What, like yeah.
So away from Mexico, pretty much.
Sorry?
Away from Mexico.
Yeah. Towards Canada and stuff like that.
Oh well, yeah.
I
guess, yeah. I guess we're just heading. Yeah, we're kind of heading towards the North Pole.
We're kind of heading north. Yeah.
North to Canada. So yeah, kind of. These clouds are really nice. Have you got clouds at this high altitude?
Yeah. Just our level.
Really.
What level are we actually on at the moment? It says we're nearly at 4,000. Well, 3.5 at the moment.
It's a really nice area though, isn't it? I like it. So,
have you got flying tips on, Hamish? Is there a way of turning flying tips off?
I haven't got flying tips on, no.
Right.
You can turn them off.
It's just I've always had them in my simulator and they keep coming up going, flying tip, you can turn your engine on using E. Yeah, well.
No, you just have to turn those off.
Yeah, well, whatever.
So we're going to keep going this direction. until we get to 4,500 feet, I think. We are going quite fast, which means we can actually, if you want to turn up our rate of ascent, our vertical speed to about 500 now.
Oh, was it less than 500?
Yeah, I turned it down because we are getting quite a lot of drag, probably from the flaps.
Yeah, probably from the flaps that we didn't put up again.
I wonder if you can
Would
get
you call that retracting the flaps?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you would.
Say put them down, put them up, but are you extending and retracting them?
Yeah, you are doing that. That's how it's. I think that's probably how it says in the sim as well. When you choose your options for controls.
A slat's a different thing because in America, I know I'm pretty sure they call flaps slats.
Also, I think ailerons you could also sort of call them like that as well. I mean, ailerons are like the things on the wingtips to make the plane go up and down and left and right.
Oh right, yeah. I don't think you can call. They're not flaps though.
No, not really. No, but
because flaps only go. Flaps come down to increase the wing
drag
surface
and drag and height and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well,
they just believe they increase drag.
They create a higher pressure under the wing than normal, which makes the wings generate more lift than normal.
They're also extremely important for landing, so they also have that purpose as well. To create drag because it's just a side effect. It is a side effect.
I think it's a side effect of it. Because the main important is that for landing, you want to go slowly, and if you want to go slowly, you need.
If you want to turn us east reef now.
East. Okay.
Right.
Whoops, a daisy. Wrong way. Oh, of course, because we're not using an ILS for this, are we? But
yeah.
Does that the charts we used, was that for runway 27? I never really looked properly. For some reason in my head I thought that was for the ILS. I guess it isn't, is it?
Yeah. Sorry, what? I'm looking at something. That's all.
The chart we looked at, was that for runway 27?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. We actually have an airport just ahead of us.
Do we?
Yeah, can you see that out the front?
I don't know, can I? Our clouds are slightly different because you set your weather up a bit before me, so our weather looks different.
Oh, right. So there is a airport just below us. It's weird to think how many airports there are. Because we never really see them.
Yeah, something like 24,000 in the world or something like that.
Yeah, but we never really see them apart from when you. Apart from obviously when you fly.
Yeah.
But when you're actually in a plane, like this, I mean, these are virtual
you see
airports,
loads of them,
but
don't
they're
you?
all real.
Yeah.
They're all real airports.
Yeah, I know, but you don't see them. Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things, I suppose.
It happen across an airport.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. It is. It's weird. Yeah.
It's not really something you think about when you're driving places. I think we've got to our altitude now, haven't we? 4,500. Yeah.
So a really easy way actually to calculate the glide slope is your ground speed divided by 2, then you add a 0, and that's how many feet per minute you drop. So, for example, if we were to go 120.
Yeah, we don't really know what our ground speed will be, do we?
Well, we do because we can roughly calculate it. Let's say 80 divided by 2 is 4. That's
at the moment we're doing. Well, okay. Actually, I can't tell what we're doing at the moment because I know our indicated airspeed.
So that's 400 feet.
So the localizer is in comparison moving away or towards the localizer is separate to our actual speed we're moving.
Yeah.
Which on a VOR point you could tell exactly how fast you're going, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Or is for a VOR point is that still the same?
Yeah, it's yeah.
No,
but your standard glide slope rate is 3 degrees.
Yeah, except we can't.
And which is what is in degrees because
we can't tell what our degree how many feet per second
Yeah.
do we need to drop to be going at 3 degrees?
So
I don't know.
I will need to
3 feet per
calculate
minute,
this.
rather.
Reef, if you want to talk about life and all that kind of stuff, as I try and...
To be honest, I don't think we really need to calculate it too much, Hamish, because
It'll be good though to have a kind of a...
Yeah, but on the charts it did show us exactly what if I bring it up, where is it?
So 4,000 feet.
Localizer runway 27. Yeah. Okay. So at 13.1 nautical
Reef,
miles
if you now want to be
4,000
sorry
feet.
to interrupt, if you want to go south now, so
South.
we make our second to last turn.
Okay. Turning south.
So we want to start 4,000 feet. So gonna try and begin our approach at about 90 knots. Is that fair? Is that a fair approach speed?
Hamish, do we want to go a bit
90, yeah.
east of south, because we're a long way from 13 nautical miles out? We're only going to start getting closer.
No, it's okay, because at the moment, Reef, we're going to land in the other direction, if you remember, which is west.
Are we
270.
going to land at runway
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going south because so we're doing like a square around the airport. So
Yeah, no, I know where we are. Do we need to go a bit east of south, so that we increase our distance from the airport before we do our approach? Because otherwise we're going to get to our turn where we then turn
no, it'll be fine with
into the runway, but we're only going to be like 2 nautical miles out, and we've got 4,000 feet to.
Oh no, because we're going to go past airport by 13 nautical miles or so, and then make the turn. If you think about it, Reef, if we were passing the airport like now,
Yeah.
and we keep going forwards,
We're going to go further away, but at a right angle to the runway.
well, no, we're parallel at the moment.
No, we're at a right angle. Because the runway's west, Hamish.
No shit.
Yeah, I did try and say, but you are retarded, so.
You are completely right. Okay, yeah,
So I'm gonna keep going east.
yeah, you are right. Why did I think that? I don't know why I thought
I don't
that.
know why you thought that.
Yeah, no. A common mistake, just kind of losing your spatial awareness, I suppose. Which I did, right, so.
Because
let's go
otherwise
collect
we've
this.
only got 7 nautical miles to lose 4,000 feet of height. 4,500 feet of height.
450 feet a minute. Unfortunately, I don't have a pen, so hey. 450 feet a minute. Say round that up. So
I'll set our vertical speed to 500 and see how we do. Should I?
yeah, so 500, yeah, you're right.
I'd set it to 5.
95 divided by 2 is...
So.
Oh no, we need to be going 100 knots. So 100 knots downwards, that's what we need to do. That
Right.
means that's 500 feet per minute.
Should be doable. Should be doable. Because we're going. Yeah. So I'll set it to. When we get to.
We need to be 8 nautical miles out, Reef, in other words, and that's when we are going to start our approach.
No, aren't we going to start at 13.1 nautical miles out? Because that's what it says here. Because if we get look, Hamish, I'd rather
I've done the
trust this
calculations.
than your dodgy calculations. I'll set it at 13.1 nautical miles out. I can set it to 4,000 feet. So we're at 4,000 feet at 13 nautical miles out, and then we can set our vertical speed and keep adjusting it so that we hit at 11 nautical miles. We should be at 3,310. At 9 we should be at 2,640. I'm just reading this off the chart, by the way.
I'm just saying, Reef, if we were to start at 8 nautical miles and descend at 500 feet per minute, we will get to the runway.
We will also get to the runway my way, and it doesn't involve your dodgy calculations.
It means we need to descend at 450 feet per minute. But we can't do that.
I mean, does it say anywhere here at what your...
You don't have to, Reef, it's guidelines. You don't have to do it, because it is guidelines.
Yeah, it is guideline. It's just, if
So,
we want to...
honestly, I think we should do my calculation, okay? And I'll tell you now how to get to that calculation.
These mountains.
So what I'm going to...
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
I don't know, we should be okay. Let's just check
Okay.
the map
Can
out
I
anyway.
ask, how will we know? You said the airport would be visible. I can't see it.
It's okay,
Are
we'll
we
be
just
fine. Those
quite
mountains
far
are about
away?
2,700 feet.
Because it is. Sorry.
The mountains are 2,700 feet high.
Right.
So
Can you see the runway? Because obviously your screen is slightly more detailed. Can you see where the airport is?
I think we're directly left to it. It's just directly on our right. Sorry.
I think it should be a bit more than right. Yeah, because it's more or less behind us. Or the runway goes more or less behind us, but it should be just a bit more than right.
I mean, at 13 nautical miles, which is about now. Turn right now to south.
Turn right to south.
We get a far more accurate calculation because it'll begin not to lose nautical miles, it'll begin to gain nautical miles. So we'll begin to lose nautical miles to maybe 10-ish, and it'll start to gain 10.1, 2, 3 as we get further out. So we're just using our basic navigation.
Because as we pass it, we'll lose nautical miles because we're going parallel. We're not parallel.
No, at a right angle now.
Tangent. No, it's not called a tangent.
Oh, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't.
But we're going.
I don't want to die.
We're going past it. As we go past it, we'll lose nautical miles as we are now at 14.2 at the moment. Then it should go to 14.1 unless we've already passed it.
Which is pretty unlikely.
Yeah, I don't think we've done that.
So, yeah, I'm just going to tell you how I did the calculation. So, you get our ground speed.
No, we've already passed it, Hamish. We're going to turn around. We're gaining nautical miles.
Okay, turn.
I'm going to turn to north. Right.
Okay, so how I did it, you get your ground speed. On this case, we're going to use our indicated airspeed because it's about as good of. Yeah, we're going to use our indicated airspeed, which is 100 knots. We're going to divide it by 2, what gives us. Whoops, I put by 5. 100 knots divided by 2, what gives us 50. Then you add an extra 0, which is 500. 500 is how many feet per minute we are going to drop. And that's how you calculate it. So, yeah. So, hopefully.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know how close we are going to get exactly. But we should find out. Anyway, so we're at the moment 15.3 nautical miles away. And if we're right, we should start to lose 15. We're gaining again. Why is this, Hamish?
That is because we aren't pretty much parallel to the runway.
Right, okay, so should we just turn west now?
Yeah, so we're going to turn west now.
Okay.
Which is fine, because it gives us plenty of time to prepare.
Yeah, that's fine.
So at about 8.5 nautical miles reef, I'm going to actually start the descent.
Yeah, well, I'm going to decrease us to 4,000.
No. Oh, yes,
well,
yes, sorry, do that.
On,
Yeah, do that, sorry.
At 13.1, we've got to
No,
be
you're
at
correct, reef.
4,000.
Do that.
Yeah, I guess it's in those clouds somewhere, we just can't see it. Or rather, beneath those clouds. I guess. Oh yeah, because there's the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we need to turn slightly
left.
Yeah, well, no. Yes. Maybe.
You're going to turn a tiny bit left.
I mean, as soon as when you see it, we'll know.
Yeah.
We can't see it at the moment.
Have you got clouds in a similar position?
Have you got clouds right ahead of us?
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Well, if you see it, Hamish, just say.
We are slightly. Oh, we'll be fine. I mean, we're turning slightly left.
Where left and north? Left of west, rather, not left of north.
Yes, left of Neff.
So
Left west.
We're west southwest at the moment. Is that it ahead of us? I can't really tell where the runway is though.
Look at our distance, it's quite far away, so.
You don't think, Hamish, that's the runway is
I think I can see
black bit to the left of us?
Won't be too. I think I can see it here, Reef.
If you look at my screen, do you think it's that?
I think I've got it. I have got it, but it's just.
Oh no. Oh, I don't think it is. Oh, never mind.
It's more. It is pretty much there, Reef. I think.
There.
I think so.
I think I can just about see the end of it. Hey,
just,
we need to start descending.
What's our current?
Because we're at 12 at the moment.
Oh, that's fine. It's like, are we at 4,000? Yeah. So at 8.5 Reef, we're going to descend at.
Yeah, but at 8.5, we're descending at that. But what else? We need to at 8.5. We need to be at 2,300 feet, as it says on the charts.
Honestly, Reef, what we're going to do. I want to see my calculations. I've never done it, and I want to give it a go. And
okay, it's going to be a very steep dive, Hamish.
At 500 feet per minute, Reef. But you do need to take the power off a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm going to line us up with the runway because I think I can see it now. I'm hoping that's it anyway. So I think it's that, like, little bit there. Can't really tell, to be honest, until we get lower. Hamish, can we get lower so we're underneath these clouds? Otherwise we're not going to be able to see the airport.
I'm just doing a couple of Right.
I'm trying to figure out exactly where the runway is. I think it's that, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, we are on the right heading, Reef. We are on the right heading. We'll be fine for the moment.
You haven't opened up flight sim plan, have you?
So we are on the right heading, roughly, Reef. I think if we start to turn right any second now, can you see those buildings on our right? I think we pretty much want to be heading for them.
The buildings?
Yeah.
What buildings are we looking at here?
You might not be able to see them, they're just covered by the clouds. But hey, what we're going to do now is we are going to turn completely west.
I think I can see it. I think I can just about see the end of the runway, to be honest.
We are directly west
we
now. Also, Reef, use our instruments. Remember the VOR? We've got VOR in. We should be able to see it. So now we're going to descend at 500 feet per minute. Set it to 1,000, Reef. Set it to 500 feet. And descend at 500 feet per minute. I'm just going to quickly check the height or the altitude of the airport. Oh right, it's 17 feet in the air. Set it to 300 feet, 500 feet per minute, not at 1,100.
Yeah, sorry, I was still saying the I think, Hamish, we need to
reduce our speed, Reef, to 100 knots. Indicated airspeed, of course.
Yeah, we are actually 100 knots right now. Actual airspeed. Hamish, is this massive cloud in the way for you?
Yeah, probably.
This one here.
Oh, I'm in the cloud. Okay.
Right, okay. Not totally sure it's actually.
Right, we need to turn right a touch, Rufo.
Why is that?
Because you can see the heading indicator is actually off to the right on our VOR localizer, on the little glide slope piece. Yes, you can.
I don't know what the VOR
what is it? Piece or something? Yeah, there you go. It's off to the right, what means we're slightly off course.
Oh, so
we want to make it central. So we are using our instruments. Let's use the first stage of flaps. No, not yet. We're at a good speed, so hey.
Oh god. I hope you're right, Hamish.
I'm always right, Ruth.
I've never actually known you.
And there is the runaway.
I can't see it.
We have visual, baby.
Is it? I can't see it, Hamish. So is
okay.
it? You can see it on your screen.
So anyway, just look at the localizer. I'm going to turn the heading west exactly. Hopefully, when we are.
We are starting to look at. Hold on. Don't turn it west yet. I'm going to use our instruments to try and I'm going to turn it when I think we actually get them. So nearly. I'm going to decrease the rate.
Now, fully west.
Yeah. Fully west.
Okay, I'm going to use first stage of flaps. I'm going to put all flaps out reef. We're going to slow down, put a little bit more power in. Now.
Okay, so this line's actually totally dead straight. Oh, we've came out the clouds now. I still can't see the runway because there is another cloud. But can you see the runway?
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah.
I can't even see it on your screen.
Are you blind?
Am I? Where are we looking?
There.
Oh, I think that's only the sun's shining on
I
the
see.
screen for me. Can't really see your screen very well. But no, there's a big cloud in front of for me, so I can't see shit.
You need to turn a touch right, which is fine.
I shall do that.
Can you see the runway now on your screen?
No, there's a massive cloud. Oh, I think yeah. Hamish, your calculations are totally off. We're going to have to descend a lot faster than this. Look where it is.
Relax and take it
Yeah,
easy.
I'm going down at 1,000 feet a minute.
Easy. Fortunately, we're not quite getting enough speed, so yeah.
Oops, amazing. Come on, turn your bugger. There we go. Yeah, I can definitely see it now. Yeah, we're good. We're a little high, Hamish, to be honest with you. I'm not sure where your calculations actually came from.
No, it's because we're going 80 knots, not 100, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I know, but we always knew that our speed was going to our speed was never going to be accurate. So this is one reason why.
What I want to do now, Reef, is go to autopilot. Take off autopilot, get control,
You mean take off.
and go a little bit slower. Now you'll be able to see this car park. Now it's not going to be an issue for us in our GA plane, but you can kind of see. I'll point it out on your screen, Reef.
Is that?
These buildings
Yeah,
here.
so the grey building's just in front of the runway.
Car parks, and for commercial jets, that's a very annoying thing, especially if you're coming in from the left of where we are now. Now I've still got takeoff trim, which is fine. Now you may feel a slight change in pitch.
Yeah, I do.
There we go. That's fine. I've just centered it out a little bit. Full power off, Reef.
Power off?
Yeah, just for the moment. Just glide it in a little bit more right.
I got it. We're all good.
You can see where the airplane's touched down with that long black mark.
Oh yeah.
Keep her going. I'm going to control the trim, so you don't have to do as much
Hamish,
pulling back.
can you not control the trim? Because otherwise I have absolutely no idea what I'm actually doing, because it will keep going up and down. So I am controlling height as well. So can you leave trim alone?
Okay. Try and get the speed. Keep the speed. Keep the speed.
We go.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. A little bit skew width.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
A
very
little bit
good.
slow, I think, is.
I think I can take control, Reef. I'm going to request control.
Okay.
You can-
Yeah, I'll straighten up and you can have control back. There you go. It's all yours. You speeding up? No,
a little bit. Well, I'm using the
no.
accelerator and the brake at the same
Well,
time.
I personally.
Oh, Reef, I can't use my rudder. You're going to
Oh,
have
right,
to.
okay. Let's see. This is why I normally control.
No, I know, it's fine. It's always fine offline, but online it isn't. It's a bit weird. Oh, it's probably because you're the host, actually.
Maybe. Where do you want to park up, Hamish?
I will tell you any second now. I'm going to bring the flaps up.
Yeah, it'll make much difference.
Taxi a little bit slow, Reef. Impatient shit. Right, Shall we go to where we started? Yeah, I think we should do.
So can you guide me now? Because I
Just keep going forwards with for a little while.
Yeah, because there's only one.
We want to go to Turning Point Charlie, and considering this is the beginning of Runway 9.
Turning Point Charlie.
Charlie,
Charlie what?
Charlie 2. Remember?
Charlie 2. Because Charlie's a taxiway, not a turning point. Charlie 2. Okay,
that's
so
Charlie
we're Charlie
5.
5. Charlie. Still Charlie 5.
Guess our altitude on 0 as well.
So I mean, I wouldn't advise people to use your dodgy calculations, to be totally honest.
No, we were pretty close, I'd say. It gave us a pretty good idea. Fortunately, we didn't quite have the speed. The slower you go, the slower your descent is. So if we were to keep that 100 knots, we'd probably be fine, but I should have calculated for about 80 knots. I thought 100 knots was possible. We should have calculated for about 80 knots. So yeah, we probably would have started descending at about 10-ish nautical miles
You
out.
could just be at 4,000 feet and start descending. What are we passing now?
Oh no, keep going forward.
Charlie 4. Okay, yes, so plenty of time. Or you could just do what it says on the charts that we saw at the beginning, and at 13.1 nautical miles out, be at 4,000 feet, and then just sort of keep fiddling around with your vertical speed so that you come down at the rate it asks for. Because then, because you can go down at whatever you feel is appropriate, and then if at 11 nautical miles to go, you're at 3,310 feet, then you know whatever you thought was appropriate was correct. Otherwise, you can adjust.
No, but I did a calculation. It should give you a fairly accurate result, saying you know how fast you can go.
Yeah. Anyway. So
the reason they use a 3-degree glide slope because you can calculate it for everything. I keep going forwards. It's by that jet. Can you see it? The distance.
Yeah,
like near jet or something.
So I remember us being by there and we looked around. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that you can't. There's no instrument in here that tells you in degrees what you're going up and down.
Yeah, no, it is a little bit. Yeah, actually, maybe there is actually. Hang on, let me just find out.
Maybe there is. It says.
There sort of is.
Which is
the for what's it, Majid? The vertical horizon meter. There is a degree. So, for example, you can see there's two lines. First line is 10 degrees. The second line is 30 degrees, and there are two sloped lines.
Which one's the vertical horizon meter?
The vertical. The blue and red thing, yeah.
Blue and grey thing.
It's meant to be red, but yeah, or orange actually. But hey.
Oh yeah, but it's
not. Turn it around, Reef, if possible here.
Right.
Wonderful. And you can kind of park it up anyway because there's actually no designated parking spaces. I'll just park it up there.
Parking brakes on.
And let's shut it down.
There you go, and
turn off all the lights.
Masters off.
Good, and fuel is out. Good, good,
yep.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Well, there we go.
That's good.
That has been our San Diego training lesson on reading charts and stuff. This meant, although we weren't completely perfect, it did give us a much better idea of the area.
Yeah.
Like you were asking whether we're going to hit those mountains or whatever, or they're 2,300 feet up.
Yeah, it's
we didn't, so.
on the charts. A bit of a late one to say it now, but they were all 3-digit numbers. Do you just add a 0 onto those?
What do you mean?
Because instead of saying 2,000, it said 200.
In what?
On the charts, if you look at my screen, or my second screen rather. Hamish?
Yeah.
Okay. that mountain there that says 500, is that 5,000?
Oh right, no, sorry, that is 500 feet high. I thought it was in meters, but it wasn't. It's in feet.
Oh right, actually there are mountains that say 2,791.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Anyway, so yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you have watched this far, because obviously you did like the video, and if you want to see more of them, subscribe to our channel, and we hopefully will put out some more
Of these videos.
So, thanks for watching. Bye.